Right now, the Madison Police Department needs your help solving an ongoing threat to bikers in Fitchburg.
Plus, celebrating the rich history of Janesville with the grand opening of a new General Motors exhibit.
And later, it is game week for the Wisconsin Badgers, and that means our Badger Blueprint is back. What to expect for Game 1 this weekend. News 3 Now at 10 starts now. Well, in a matter of days, a new COVID-19 booster shot may become available, specifically targeting the most dominant variants. The FDA is giving the green light to updated boosters from both Moderna and Pfizer. It's now up to an advisory committee with the CDC to recommend the new boosters before they can become available. That vote is expected to happen tomorrow. Starting next week, say goodbye to free COVID tests, at least those from the White House. The U.S. government will no longer be sending out free at-home test kits.
The Biden administration says a lack of funding from Congress is to blame here. Local doctors call it bad timing. Armand Rahman joins us with more. Armand?
Eric and Charlotte, you still have until Friday to check if your household has received all its 8 free tests. But doctors say don't forget about the other ways to get tested for free in the community. And the tests you have could last a lot longer than you think. Dr. Ajay Sethi with UW Health says losing this free access to tests comes when we've got the recipe for a COVID surge. He expects cases to go up this fall when other respiratory illnesses come back and we're all indoors. But if you're thinking your at-home tests that you have now will expire soon, check online. That expiration date on the box is most likely extended, some by a whole year.
The tests were just manufactured. They didn't exist long enough to know how long the shelf life is. That is because the manufacturers of these tests have done the stability testing over time to see if those shelf lives can be extended, and the FDA has reviewed that data.
Now, once the government stops taking orders for more tests, you can still go to your doctor to get tested. Just make sure you aren't left with a bill because the cost should be reimbursed by your insurance. And according to their website, Dane County Public Health still does free saliva testing at the South Madison Clinic. And Dr. Sethi says you should check if your employer supplies any free at-home tests.
Armand, thank you. Taking a look over Madison tonight, a beautiful night to close out the month of August. Our certified most accurate forecast now here is Chief Meteorologist Gary Kinalty. Gary, such a nice night out there.
It is. You should come out and join me. The skies are clear, comfortable humidity, comfortable temperatures, and the nice weather just continues on. We'll end August on this note and start September the same way. Time-lapse from WISC Skycam, looking off toward the east, beginning just before sunrise. Take a look at that sky. You don't see a cloud anywhere through the entire day today. We get to sunset. Same thing, clear skies. Not a drop of rain across Wisconsin. Nearest rain is in far western Iowa and not even heading in our direction. High temperatures today in the 80s across all of southern Wisconsin. Madison 84, so is Janesville, but Lone Rock hit 89, as did La Crosse. Milwaukee topped out at 86. Current temperatures are mainly in the upper 60s to the middle 70s. Madison, one of the warm spots at 75 degrees. As we zoom into Dane County, once you get outside the city of Madison, temperatures drop off by a few degrees. 70 right now in the town of Perry, 74 degrees. Or 72 in Edgerton and 70 in Cross Plains. Look for skies to be mostly clear overnight. There might be a little patchy fog in a couple of spots. Otherwise, low temperature dropping to a very comfortable 61 degrees. It'll be warm for the next couple of days, but see some shower and thunderstorm chances after that. I'll tell you when the best chances for rain will be in just a few minutes.
Gary, thank you. For a fourth time, another cord has been found strung across a bike trail bridge in Fitchburg this morning. This one found by Madison officers who were conducting a proactive patrol. It was removed and collected as evidence. That's now at least the fourth one found in the last week. MPD asking for the public's help in this case. If you see anything suspicious or know who may be responsible, you're asked to contact Crime Stoppers. The man who police said shot and killed an intruder in his home on Madison's north side last Friday is now facing drug-related charges. Jose Gomez facing charges of possession with intent to deliver THC, being a felon in possession of a firearm and maintaining a drug trafficking place. His wife, Shaniqua Gomez, also charged with maintaining a drug trafficking place. Detectives allegedly found more than 20 pounds of marijuana and other THC products, about 120 Adderall pills, and 11 grams of ecstasy. Also, the medical examiner has identified the man who was shot and killed as 35-year-old James Turner of Madison. There are no charges related to the shooting death.
New at 10, it is International Overdose Awareness Day, and tonight a group marched from James Madison Park to the Capitol to remember those who've died or suffered permanent injury due to drug overdose.
Everyone knows someone that's suffering from substance use disorder or someone that's passed from overdose death. We're all connected, so why not build each other up and move forward?
Organizers say this day is an opportunity to create better understanding of overdoses while reducing the stigma of drug-related deaths. Tonight, Mmsd's Office of School Safety went over the plans they have in place before students head back to school tomorrow. Detailed plans of each of the 3 phases of emergency management are on its new website. Each classroom will also get new emergency procedures for a range of situations from fires to fights. That's also available online for parents.
In Monona, the city's police department says it'll be increasing patrols around schools as students head back to class. As a reminder to slow down in those school zones, Police Chief Brian Cheney says his department is going to be giving special attention to the area along Monona Drive, Nichols Road, and Broadway. When it comes to the teacher shortage, the Madison School District making some progress, but as of today, a district spokesperson says there are still 125 teacher openings. That's down from 134 yesterday, and more than 100 candidates have been offered positions. And bus driver shortages also impacting start and end times again in the Madison district. Last year's changes will continue, and here's a short list of some of the biggest changes. A couple of schools, including Gompers, Kennedy, and Lakeview, won't start until 9 and then run until 4. You can see a full list of schools start and end times at channel3000.com.
And as we've heard for a while, the shortage is nothing new or unique to Madison. First Lady Jill Biden met with leadership from several job recruiting sites at the White House today as they also look for ways to address it.
There are so many other future educators out there who want to teach, but decide against it or decide to leave because so many obstacles stand in their way, and we've seen that this summer.
Among those in the meeting, leaders from ZipRecruiter, Handshake, and Indeed, all of which are planning to focus more on filling teacher vacancies. And developing tonight, Democrat Mary Peltola has won the special election for Alaska's only U.S. House seat, besting a field that included Republican Sarah Palin. Peltola will now become the first Alaska native to serve in the House and the first woman elected to Alaska's House seat, which was held for 49 years by Republican Don Young, who died in March.
A piece of American history, the battleship Texas going in for a checkup. The 104-year-old craft, the last one from the World War I era, left San Jacinto and entered the Houston Ship Channel this morning. It's docked in Galveston for repairs. The battleship has corrosion and some leaks that could cause it to sink if not addressed. For nearly a century, Janesville was synonymous with General Motors. It was the town's identity.
Well, today, Janesville debuted its exhibit on the town's deep roots. And as our Andrew Banstra reports, stories and emotions took over the day.
Accompanied by the 10 millionth GM car ever built, which was built in Janesville, the town's deep vehicle production roots were on center stage. Exhibits told the story of Janesville's GM plant, decade by decade. Jerry Kinderman owns the last car ever built at the Janesville GM plant, but his connection runs much deeper than that.
Well, I worked there for 37 years.
Opened in 1919, it was the oldest operating GM plant when it closed. While in operation, the plant made millions of cars, survived the Great Depression, and made military shells during World War II. For Bob Evert, he has the blood, sweat, tears, and cars to carry on the Janesville GM plant legacy.
Not only do I have this car here today, but Janesville also built GM trucks. And I've got a 1951 all-original Chevy pickup there, and that's as old as I am.
For nearly a century, General Motors was Janesville. At peak production, they were making more than 250,000 cars every single year. With all that history comes a lot of emotion.
Bob also spent many decades working at the plant, as did his grandfather. After the plant's closing, Bob carried on his grandfather's legacy by running car shows from cars made in Janesville.
And I said I would do that for my grandfather. And I'm proud to be here today, and I'm happy today. I'm not going to cry today like I did back in 2008.
Celebration was abundant as hundreds flocked to share stories of their days at the GM plant. Bob's grandfather's working days included one of the most important worker strikes of its time.
Today's a happy day. You know, we're celebrating our memories. My grandfather was a sit-down striker. He actually helped build the plant, and he was one of the sit-down strikers, so there's a lot of history in my family, and I'm proud to carry that legacy on.
The Janesville GM plant was much more than a job for Bob. It's his legacy.
Chevy runs deep. There's that commercial. In my family, it does.
Bob, Jerry, and so many more shared their legacies, reliving their version of the American dream.
And that exhibit will run through September of 2023, with more installments coming in the months to follow. Well, the potential fairy tale ending still intact for 40-year-old tennis legend Serena Williams tonight. In a thrilling 3-set match, she moved past world number 2, Annette Kontaveit, 7-6, 2-6, 6-2. The 23-time Grand Slam winner will open doubles play with big sister Venus tomorrow night and then plays a third-round singles match on Friday. Still ahead tonight, we're looking ahead to your extended holiday weekend forecast.
But first, why several retail giants say there will be some big deals to be had this holiday shopping season. Stay with us.
Welcome to Dwellings.
Shop our fabulous showroom, Hard Rock Road, Fitchburg.
Get the guaranteed lowest appliance and grill prices of the season at the end of summer clearance sale at Grand Appliance. Save up to 25% instantly on unbeatable deals, like this LG Mega Capacity Washer for just $698, and up to $1,000 in additional package rebate savings you won't find anywhere else. Shop your local showroom or grandappliance.com today. Grand Appliance. You make it home, we make it grand.
Habitat Restore is full of great finds at great prices for a great cause. With a unique inventory of high-quality, low-cost goods, you can save money and feel good about your purchase. Shop Restore Dane County today.
With Honda, every summer adventure is the destination. Take your adventures farther with Honda, America's most fuel-efficient, full-line automaker. Hurry into a local Honda dealer where new vehicles are arriving daily.
I call it divine intervention.
A team of doctors bring a sparkle of hope to a local woman diagnosed with ovarian cancer. Hear her story and how a second team helped get her over the goal line. Thursday on News 3 Now at 6.
Joe Biden promised to deliver for working families over special interests. That's what the Inflation Reduction Act does. Lowers prescription drug costs for millions of families. Lowers healthcare costs for millions of families. Lowers energy costs for millions of families. But every single MAGA politician voted against it, because when it really matters, they're on the side of special interests. President Biden, he's delivering for us.
Welcome to Dwellings.
Shop our fabulous showroom, Hard Rock Road, Fitchburg.
Do you remember me? This is the first day of my show. I hope my fans feel on top of the world by the time they leave the Jennifer Hudson show.
Jennifer Hudson, weekdays at 3, starting September 12th.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Welcome back. Snapchat's parent company says massive layoffs are on the way. Officials there say about 20% of the employees, that's about 1,200 people, will be let go worldwide. Snap's stocks have fallen by more than 75% since January after minimal sales growth reports from the company. And Bed Bath & Beyond also still in a bit of trouble. Today, the company announced it, too, is laying off 20% of its staffers. About 150 locations are also expected to be shut down, although we don't know the specific sites just yet. Interim CEO Sue Gove says the company remains focused on improving customer service and the bottom line.
You can expect to find more discounts this year than in previous holiday shopping seasons. Executives at Best Buy, Ulta, Gap, and other top chains have said in recent weeks they are expecting a shopping season packed with discounts. In addition to toys, shoppers will likely find discounts on clothing, TVs, beauty products, sporting goods, and other items. Actor Tom Hanks has a new role, and it's not in a movie. The Academy Award-winning actor is teaming up with Apple to create a trivia game called Hanks 101 Trivia. The game features more than 58,000 questions across several topics narrated by Hanks himself. Players can choose solo solo games, can team up with others, or can join a competition. This launches on Friday. And check this out. Dolly Parton has launched an apparel line for pets. It's called Doggy Parton. Get that? Parton says she was inspired to start it because of her love for animals. In collaboration with Sport Pet Designs, the line will feature shirts, dresses, squeaky toys, and even a blonde wig inspired by Parton. Part of the proceeds will go to a rescue organization that provides homes for displaced animals.
Well, the tropics in the Atlantic have been remarkably quiet this year unless one storm forms by the end of the day. August won't have a single named storm. First time that's happened in 25 years, and that's despite NOAA and other experts forecasting an above-average season. But the trend likely will not continue. Current indications are that things are going to pick up. The National Hurricane Center actively watching 3 areas for tropical cyclone formation over the next 5 days. And for more on that, we turn to Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti. Always an interesting time of the year to watch the tropics, Gary.
Yeah, you know, we're in a La Nina weather pattern, which usually means more tropical systems in the Atlantic Ocean because you don't have the wind shear aloft to pull the storms apart as they try to get organized. But so far, it's been very quiet. We've had a couple of named tropical systems early in the season, but you can see on the average, by this time of year, we're well into the main part of hurricane season from about mid-August through mid-October, with the peak right about September 11th. And as far as hurricanes are concerned, that peak also in the early part of September. The peak for major hurricanes a little bit closer to September 1st. But right now it's been quiet. That will change. We've been watching this area of development in the southern portion of, or the central Atlantic Ocean, east of the Caribbean. That will probably become a tropical depression. And now this area here could become a subtropical weather system that could also be named as well. But it shouldn't last very long. It will move mainly to the east. So right now, that's certainly not a threat to the United States. This one probably won't be either, although it could bring some gusty winds and some high tides along the east coast if it follows the computer model forecast path, which would take it up somewhere around Bermuda and then curve it back into the Atlantic Ocean. But around here, the weather's just heating up. 86 for high the next couple of days, well above the average high temperature of 78. We'll drop back into the 70s for the weekend, and then those temperatures back up above normal with highs in the lower 80s for the early part of next week. And the Climate Prediction Center outlook for the month of September continuing above normal temperatures across the northern part of the United States, including Madison, with below normal precipitation. So the trend that we've been in recently, relatively quiet weather with warmer than normal temperatures, that may continue for a while. In fact, you can see that trend continuing, and our friends over at Climate Central show us that as we go into meteorological fall, which is the months of September, October, and November, here in Madison, our temperatures have risen by about 3 degrees over the last 50 years since 1970 to now. So this is a trend that is continuing. We've been seeing warmer conditions during the fall and a little later start to winter, with snow developing a little bit later on in the fall. So something to keep an eye on as the climate continues to warm. 3 things you need to know. Middle 80s for tomorrow and Friday, well above normal. Shower and thunderstorm chances Friday night with just a slight chance Friday morning and Saturday afternoon. And even Friday night, probably about a 50-50 chance. Then mild weather with temperatures getting back up above normal as we head toward the end of next week. Look for a high of 86 for tomorrow with mostly sunny skies. Humidity levels, though, still making it feel pretty comfortable. Planning your day for tomorrow, 83 for the high in Verona, 83 in Windsor with mostly sunny skies. And then across southern Wisconsin, 85 in Janesville, 85 for the high in Prairie du Chien, maybe a few more clouds out to the west. Any shower or thunderstorm activity Friday night. The heaviest rains will be up toward the Fox Valley. Very spotty precipitation over the rest of southern Wisconsin. Most areas less than 1/10 of an inch of rain if you get rain at all. And then after a little cooler temperatures for the weekend and dry weather for much of the holiday weekend, we warm back up into the low 80s. Maybe the next chance of thunderstorm about Saturday of next weekend.
Badger Blueprint is back. Zach Hanley and Jim Polzine get you ready for Saturday's game against Illinois State next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Hey, we're here at the local farmers market where Informed Choice Insurance Agency is offering fresh, hand-picked local Medicare. What do you mean when you say shop local for Medicare?
Your local Medicare plans have all of the bells and whistles the national TV ads promise, only better because you're working with local agents who know the doctors, specialists, and the hospital networks inside and out. You're not going to get that talking to a national call center wanting to check your zip code.
Don't be fooled by national TV hype. When it comes to your Medicare options, keep it local with Informed Choice Insurance Agency, and their services are free.
Need
Need to update your furniture? Menards is your one-stop shop with all of the latest furniture styles at the lowest prices. Plus, a great selection in stock ready to take home today. So go ahead, relax in a recliner, get cozy in a love seat, or simply unwind with a comfy sofa. Need more seats? We've got sectionals too. Get 11% off on your new furniture set now at Menards. Hurry in. These deals won't last long.
During Toyota's national sales event, we're working hard to deliver new Toyotas so you can enjoy the last of summer. From hitting the rapids with a RAV4 hybrid, to kicking up sand in a Tundra, or camping out in a Highlander. Hey guys!
Get 1.9% APR for 48 months on a new 2022 Toyota Corolla, Camry, RAV4, Highlander, or Tacoma. Visit Toyota.com to learn more.
Come in today.
Toyota, let's go places.
We all need deep restorative sleep to handle stress and maintain good health. And at Slumberland, we've made that very easy. Only Slumberland has a smart rating system on each bed to finally make shopping simple, fast, and understandable. And we carry every Tempur-Pedic national model in every store. Now save up to $700 on select adjustable mattress sets. And special 72-month financing is available. For a better night's sleep, Tempur-Pedic at Slumberland. The brand everyone wants. Everyone.
If Tim Michels is governor, here's what reproductive health care would look like in Wisconsin. Providing abortions? A felony. Exceptions in cases of rape or incest? None. Here's what Michels says to Wisconsin women who get pregnant after being raped. To ask her to go through the birth is not unreasonable. Tim Michels is a radical and divisive politician coming for your rights. Wisconsin women deserve better. Vote no on Tim Michels.
Look, it's a Dupaco. We're not a bird or a plane. We are a mighty credit union, born of thrift and laser focused on the interests of our members. Harnessing the combined power of more than 144,000 members and businesses, we work to put money back where it belongs, into your community and into your pocket, working tirelessly to help you pursue your dreams. Isn't that super? Join the movement at dupaco.com/super. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Opportunity.
Just that excitement knowing that it's that time of the year. It's unbelievable.
Wisconsin football is back, and so are we. He's Jim Polzine from the Wisconsin State Journal. I'm Zach Hanley, and this is the Badger Blueprint. The anticipation, the waiting, and all the off-season training is all over. Game week is here. Wisconsin officially kicks off the season under the lights on Saturday night against Illinois State. And you could say the guys are pretty excited about game number 1 of their season.
You get winter, you get spring ball, summer, and then camp, and you kind of get tired of playing your guys after so long. So yeah, I know the guys are ready to play.
I lose some sleep over it, just over excitement about the first game, and just taking that first carry and getting to play against people in different color jersey for the first time. It's definitely exciting.
Let's take a look at the schedule as a whole. What stands out, and how many wins do you see for them?
I think the thing that stands out the most to me is how different the schedule is compared to last year. If you remember last year, it was Penn State right out of the bat, and Notre Dame and Michigan in those first 4 games. And Wisconsin went 1-3 in those games. It really kind of put them in a hole. This year's much different. You lead off with Illinois State. You have Washington State and New Mexico State in a typical traditional non-conference schedule leading into the Big Ten. I think that's a chance for Wisconsin to build some momentum early, unlike last season. However, and I know you're going to get into the specifics of this, the road schedule is pretty brutal, which is why I have this team going 8-4.
Yeah, you mentioned their Big Ten schedule. I think it's brutal. At Ohio State, the Badgers haven't beaten the Buckeyes since 2010. Ryan Field has been a house of horrors for Wisconsin. They're 1-6 in their last 7 trips to Northwestern, and their final 3 at Iowa, at Nebraska, and then against Minnesota. That's a tough stretch to close it out. I'm going a little more, I think 9 or maybe 10 wins this year. It's a make-or-break season for Graham Mertz. The Badgers' QB1 is coming off a year where he threw more interceptions than touchdowns. That didn't sit right with him, so this offseason he took a different approach and went back to quarterback school, where he picked Brooks Bollinger and Scott Tolzien's brains while dialing in on making the right decision.
You know, obviously the guy that puts in all that work, you know, if you want it to pay off on Saturday, I know it's going to. I love the strides he made in the offseason. I'm just excited to, you know, see what he can do.
I'd say decision making, not forcing it into windows that aren't there, making the right play when needed. So I'd say that was the biggest improvement.
Now, it's always about playing consistent with Mertz. Jim, is he the guy with the most pressure to perform this season on the offense?
Yeah, I think so. If I'm picking one individual, it's got to be Graham Mertz, who has to be better. He's got to cut back on turnovers, higher completion percentage. When the plays are there, he has to make them. It's that simple. But if I'm picking an entire group, I'm going to choose the offensive line, because I think there's a lot of pressure on that group as well. New offensive line coach Bob Bostad, who has had a history of success here, I think he'll make that group better. But that group has to return to the standard of being a really great offensive line.
I'm going to go with the receivers. You take away Chimere Dike, Skylar Bell, Dean Ingram, Marcus Allen, and Keontez Lewis have a combined total of 4 catches in a Badger uniform. They made a lot of plays during fall camp, and for Mertz's sake and the offense's, I hope that continues during the season. Jim Leonard had the best unit in the country last season. The Wisconsin defense allowed 16 points and 65 rushing yards per game. That's domination week in and week out. This year, 8 of those starters are gone. But it's not a rebuilding year on D. The Badgers say they've just reloaded.
All the guys on defense know that people think, oh, you know, new starters, like, is this defense going to be as good? And that just adds to, like, our motivation, our chip, right? That's what we do here on defense. We are lights out. We're best in the country, or top 5 in the country, right? So that's expected. There should be no drop-off.
There's a lot of studs gone from last season, meaning a lot of new faces in new starting roles. What new group of Badgers intrigues you the most?
To me, it's the cornerbacks. They've really reloaded at that position, went hard in the transfer portal, got Jay Shaw from UCLA, Cedric Dort from Kentucky, Justin Clark from Toledo. I think all those guys are going to play a role. It's a new look cornerback group, but I think it'll be just as good as last year.
And coming up next, Illinois State. Who are they and why Wisconsin is treating them like every other team on their schedule? More Badger Blueprint after the break.
It's the Portage Furniture Store's anniversary sale on now, with a huge in-stock inventory of top brands for every room in your home, with custom sofas from $8.99 and always free delivery. The Portage Furniture Store's anniversary sale. Don't miss it.
Family-owned Brothers Maine is celebrating Labor Day with special deals on Whirlpool kitchen and laundry appliances. With our low price guarantee and free delivery, you can kick back and relax. We've got it covered. Feel like family. Brothers Maine.
It's time to amp up the fun at your local Ford dealer. The summer supercharged sales event is here. So stop by your Ford dealer today and check out great offers on select Ford vehicles. Then discover how Ford can take your summer to a whole new level. Hurry to the final days of the summer supercharged sales event for a great Flex Buy offer on Escape or Edge.
In a recent clinical study,
patients using Salonpas patch reported reductions in pain severity,
using less or a lot less oral pain medicines,
and improved quality of life. That's why we recommend Salonpas. It's good medicine.
It's time for new energy-efficient replacement windows from Champion.
Right now, buy 2 windows, get 2 free. Don't sweat over high energy bills. Stay comfortable in your home all year long. Call or go online to book your free estimate at getchampionwindows.com.
Attention foodies. With this fusion of prime rib steak, melted provolone, and other magical melty stuff, Arby's is now officially a fusion restaurant. Chef Smooch, Arby's, we have the meat.
Now is the time to switch to Spectrum Internet. America's leading internet provider just got even faster, with speeds now starting at 300 megabits per second. Faster speeds to game, faster speeds to stream, faster speeds to work or learn from home. All with 99.9% network reliability. Get Spectrum Internet for just $49.99 a month. Plus, a free modem and free online security software. Call 877-906-9192. Add advanced Wi-Fi to get enhanced security for your home network, automatically blocking outside threats to your devices. If it's connected, it's protected. So no matter what you do online, you can do it faster, safer and more reliably with Spectrum. Now is the time to switch. Get Spectrum Internet with faster speeds for the same great price. Just $49.99 a month with starting speeds of 300 megabits per second. Visit Spectrum.com to find out more or call 877-906-9192.
It's the Portage Furniture Store's anniversary sale on now, with a huge in-stock inventory of top brands for every room in your home, with Lazy Boy recliners from $3.99 and always free delivery. The Portage Furniture Store's anniversary sale. Don't miss it.
The Final Drive high school football coverage, Fridays at 10.
Illinois State isn't the toughest test right out of the gate. They're an FCS school from the Missouri Valley and are coming off a 4-win season. But to the Badgers, it doesn't matter if the Redbirds were an NFL team, a JV team, or even a flag football team. They're treating this opponent like every other one.
I wouldn't necessarily call it a warm-up. You know, like I said, I think I look at every game the same, really. You know, it's a chance for me to go out there and put the pads on somebody different.
I mean, they're D1 kids too. I mean, every single game to us is, you know, you only get 12 opportunities guaranteed in a season. So I think that overlooking somebody or taking an opportunity lightly is kind of selfish and kind of foolish as well.
They can't call it a cupcake, but we can. It's not a matter of if Wisconsin will win, but by how much, Jim.
Yeah, I really want to see this new look Bobby Ingram offense. They're going to be able to run the ball with Braylon Allen and Ches Malusi, but I want to see some passing sprinkled in, a glimmer of hope from the passing game with Graham Mertz. I say Wisconsin 38, Illinois State 7.
This game should be a blowout and will be a blowout, but not a shutout. Illinois State scores late. The defense going to be upset about that, but Wisconsin will end up 1-0. And that's it for this week's Badger Blueprint. Thanks for watching.
Football's here, Gary. We need some good weather for it.
Yeah, I think by Saturday we should clear out. Really about the only chance of rain is Friday night, and probably that'll be after the local football games. Temperatures right now still pretty mild in Madison, 75 degrees, but outside of Dane County, temperatures are mainly in the 60s. As we zoom into Dane County right now, 69 degrees in Verona, 73 in Waunakee, and 75 in McFarland. For tomorrow, look for lots of sunshine, another very warm day, high temperature at 86. And that thunderstorm chance, probably the highest Friday night, about a 50-50 chance, slight chance Saturday afternoon, and then dry weather for most of next week, including Labor Day.
All right, Gary, thank you, and thanks for joining us. Producer now at 10.
Do something good, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.